Shabbat Shalom, catching flies. I was very happy this week with the Supreme Court's decisions to declare the Defense of Marriage Act unconstitutional and not to rule on Prop 8, essentially legalizing same-sex marriage in California. It doesn't bother me if some people think that homosexuality is a sin. They are entitled to their beliefs. And in a free society, we should have a good debate about the role of government in legislating morality. But what bothers me on a meta level is the focusing on the sins of others as opposed to one's own sins, or even making sure that we are doing enough good deeds. Their obsession with what they believe is another person's sin makes them into bitter, angry people. At the end of last week's Parshat, Pinchas kills 2 people for an illicit and public sexual act, and this week's Parshat begins with God's reaction, which seems to be favorable. But God gives Pinchas a covenant of peace, Brit Shalom, as a reward for his violent action, which doesn't make sense. Rabbi B.Y. Natan comments that the Torah is hinting that the ways of peace are always preferable to the ways of zealotry and war. Those vociferous opponents of marriage equality will never have the law in the U.S. on their side, but neither will they be successful in convincing others of their position because they are so filled with anger, while the supporters of marriage equality are gaining ground because they are promoting peace and equality amongst people. As the old saying goes, you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. I look forward to seeing the Shabbat at TRZ Friday night at 7:30 p.m. as we install our Men's Club and Sisterhood boards, and Saturday morning at 9 a.m. as we celebrate the Bat Mitzvah of Morgan Knight. Shabbat Shalom.